right. Well, it is easy for us while we're here together, focused on the presence, for us to realize that this place is holy. And most people feel that way when they enter a church or a chapel, that there's a vibration of holiness within it. But that vibration is caused by the belief and acceptance, the vibration that it's a holy place. It's a holy place. And so the sanctuary just vibrates with holiness because we recognize that's what it is. So church is a way, our gathering is a way for us to remember that as we leave here and we walk through this world, that everything is holy. Everything is holy. And it makes it easier for us to see that and remember that because we're feeling that. And when we leave here, as the song says, we walk with a reverent air because everything is holy. Science Mind tells us we know that a realization of the presence of God, of love, peace, joy, well-being, is the most powerful healing agency known to the mind of man. We also know that we can heal only to the degree that we can think from the higher motive. And we know that we should be constantly on the alert, seeking to embody higher thoughts. So a good question for us to ask ourselves this morning is, how often am I on the alert, seeking to embody higher thoughts? Constantly? Often? Sometimes? Or do I just think what I think without giving much attention to what I'm thinking about? As we know, or at least we try to grasp that it's so, and then we try to remember how important it is for us to remember that it's so. What we think about, what we focus on, in the privacy of our own mind, is broadcast vibrationally to the whole universe. Nothing, absolutely not one thought, vibration, gets past the law of attraction. It's always in action. It's the matchmaker of the universe. It's the law of like attracts like. And the universe, through the law of attraction, responds to our vibration, our vibrational emissions, by providing for us in physical form and expression all the ways. Our thoughts can be seen and experienced by us. Nothing is off limits. Our life is done unto us as we believe. Whatever we believe. That's why we began this month by asking ourselves, what am I putting out there vibrationally that's coming back to me? That's expressing and manifesting as what I believe. Our life and the way it goes is a vibrational, open book with our name on it. And though our beliefs are fictional and changeable, illusional, and sometimes delusional, we experience them, our beliefs, as long as we believe in them. We can't vibrationally fake it till we make it. We can say nice things and not mean them. We can do good works grudgingly, and those around us may not suspect how we truly feel. But what we truly think about everything creates an atmosphere around us that becomes visible to us as people and conditions and situations and everything else that's in the same vibrational neighborhood as we are. So we want to make sure through constant attention to our thoughts that we're in the neighborhood we want to be in. One that reflects our spiritual nature. Science of Mind tells us spirituality is natural goodness. God is not a person. God is a presence personified in us. Spirituality is not a thing. It is the atmosphere of God's presence, goodness, truth, and beauty. We're the only one, each of us, who creates our own reality. In other words, no one else can see our reality through our eyes. But even though no one else can think for us, there are plenty of people who may think kind of sort of like us. And there are plenty of thinkers who don't. Not even close. The good news is if our thoughts are creating an atmosphere of goodness, of joy and peace and love and curiosity and fun, if our thoughts that we're thinking anytime feel good to think, they're going to attract those people who think like we do. It's just the way it goes. Like attracts like. And our high-vibing atmosphere is going to attract encounters and situations that feel good to experience. And in the very same way, if a thought we're thinking doesn't feel good to think, and we don't do anything about it, and we don't try to change it to a thought that feels better, or if we're not even noticing that our thinking is causing us to feel down, there will always be someone, or a lot of someones, who, who agree with thoughts that don't feel good to think. And not necessarily our specific thoughts. They might not be thinking exactly what we're thinking, but the vibration that is caused by our thoughts is going to attract someone, or a lot of someones, into our experience, and our experience with them isn't going to feel good. Abraham Hicks tells us it makes no difference whether you want the specifics of it or not. It is the vibrational essence of the subject of your attention that is attracted. As the saying goes, bad news travels fast with a trunk full of junk. We all know when we start a day off and we're feeling kind of grumpy for whatever reason we're feeling grumpy, our day doesn't get any better, not unless we do something about it. I mean, when we start off a day feeling good, we don't have to do anything about it. It just flows. It gets better and better. And it's easy, and it's fun, and we wonder why we don't do it more often. But when we're feeling down or we're feeling grumpy, and it doesn't even matter what happened to that we decided we were going to feel grumpy about, our day gets worse and worse. Instead of attracting a group hug of high vibers, we unintentionally join the negative vibration of conflict and frustration and malfunction and misfortune. That's why It's so important for us to constantly pay attention, consciously choose thoughts that feel good, to be aware of what we're thinking. Because it's obvious to the vibrational universe. Want to know if we're thinking thoughts with a higher motive, as Science of Mind put it. When we came into this world in physical form, our physical form included a human mind. On purpose. We did it on purpose. Even though it tortures us sometimes, and even though it argues with us sometimes, we need that human mind. The mind of man. Our human mind is intended to function for our benefit. It's the chooser, it's the focuser, it's the decider of what we want to create as our life in this world. Our human thoughts manifest because we are spiritual and vibrational, even while we're here. We are the energy behind our thoughts, even while we're living in this physical world. Our thoughts in this world are vibrationally creative only because we are still one with the greater, non-physical part of ourself, the pure, positive energy of life that creates physically and non-physically through vibrational and spiritual frequencies. That's us. Everything we see, everything, every person, every tree, every flower, every animal, every insect, every car, every house, anything visible has a vibrational counterpart. There's nothing that can be seen without it. That's why Abraham Hicks tells us whatever you are giving your attention to already has a vibration of its own. And as you give your attention to it, you include its vibration in your vibration, because we're just exchanging vibration. As our attention to a subject, to something, activates a vibration within us, it makes us a match to whatever we're looking at through the law of attraction. And our point of attraction is affected. It has to be, for better or worse, depending on what we're focusing on and how it's going and how we're going. If, as we focus on something, we feel good, and thoughts that feel good come into our mind while we're focusing on whatever it is, we're going to attract something good. We're attracting something good right in that moment. It's the law. It's universal. There's no exceptions to it. We came here to create a life that we enjoy living in form and expression in a world that we enjoy living in. But so often, our mind gets cluttered with unnecessary, unhelpful, negative thoughts that get in the way of our creating the life we want to live. Which brings us, and none too soon, to the title of today's talk, Spring Clean Your Mind. Our mind is the mental house we live in. And in that way, it is very much like the physical house we live in. And many times, or many of us anyway, tend to keep things in our physical house, our garage, our basement, doesn't matter where, it's all our house, that don't work anymore. We're just kind of attached to them. And clothes we don't wear anymore, but gosh, haven't taken the time to give them away. And things that just don't have a purpose in our life anymore. But they did once, so we let them hang around. And the more stuff we keep, the more cluttered our house becomes, and often we can't even find what we need for the day because everything we've gathered from yesterday is in the way. It's all cluttered. And so, traditionally, spring is the time when we look at our house with intention and we decide to unclutter, declutter the house, reorganize it, keep what's useful and needed, and just get rid of what's not. And because that's a big deal, there's a lot of stuff that's not even necessary for us, we usually start with just one room. And so it's the perfect time for us to do some mental spring cleaning this spring, maybe this week, since spring is quickly turning to summer. To unclutter our mind so it can function to our benefit, so that we can use it with as it's intended to be, as an intentional chooser. We're not just using that because it's in the way. We're not just using that because we can find it. We want to unclutter our mind so it can function to our benefit, so we can be a positive focuser, a confident decider of what we want to create in this life. We've got this life has a limited time on it. And we want to get busy spring cleaning so that we can clearly focus on what we want to do next and how we want to be in this world while we're in it. The best-selling author Eleanor Brown wrote, "Clutter is not just physical stuff. It's old ideas, toxic relationships, and bad habits." So, just as we would choose a particular area in our house that is so obvious to us that's where we need to start, I invite us to choose an area of our life. Just one little old area of our life that isn't quite working the way we want it to. It's not going in a positive, fun, or expansive way, not the way we want it to. Maybe it's a relationship or finances or health, whatever it is. We know what it is, and we probably know what it is right now. I'm going to give you a minute to just see what comes to mind. If you were to look at your life right now, if we were all just to take a look, there's an area of our life that probably looks pretty cluttered, full of things, full of thoughts that no longer serve us now, that aren't useful to us now. And we begin to unclutter that space by being constantly alert to a thought that comes from that space, a thought that has to do with that space. Every old idea we have about that area of our life, every bad habit of thought that we have about that area of our life. And when it comes to mind, because we're paying attention and we're noticing that it's not just automatic, we're noticing. When we're aware of it, we can consciously say to it, I no longer need this. Just like we would if we were cleaning out some area of our house. We would look at it if we truly wanted to unclutter. We would look at it and we say, I truly don't need this anymore. And that's what we can do with our thinking. I no longer need this because I no longer believe it's true. And we can let it go. We clear our mind by choosing the simple, uncluttered lightness of happiness, by choosing more positive thoughts, more confident thoughts, more spiritual thoughts that allow the fresh air of who we are, the lightness of being of who we are, that allows room in our awareness for new thoughts about everything to come. Abraham Hicks tells us there is nothing in all the universe that is more satisfying to you than to mold the energy that creates worlds with the power of your own focused mind. Namaste. Okay. Well, I'm just going to say it. Thank you. Thank you for being here. Thank you for showing up. Thank you for coming back. Thank you for being. Thank you for coming into the world. We're thankful we all came in together. We wouldn't even have met each other this time around if we hadn't done it at the same time. So good on us. It's good. We have good timing. And thank you for showing up, because we came into this world to meet each other and greet each other and be with each other. And thank you for showing up live stream. I know one of you is coming back this summer and going to be here live and in person, and we're happy for that. And we're always happy when you can, if you can come, and just get physical with the people who already love you. And we're grateful for all of those this week who are going to be looking through YouTube, and they're going to come across this video, and they're going to stop, and they're going to say, and they might not even know why, but they're going to click on it, and they may stay. We have a lot of people who click and go, but they may click and stay. And then they join with us. They join with our high vibration. They join with the vibration of love and peace and joy that truly is what's present, even in this world. And it becomes visible when we know it's there, and only when we know it's there. So this little blip is for those people who clicked and stayed, and you're feeling good about that, and you just want to join with us in a more supportive way, let's say, so that we can say these things and even more things every week. If you want to know how to do that, and we know from experience, all of us here, that when we give to something we love, we feel that love come back to us. When we give to something that we appreciate, that we feel grateful for, we feel that love and appreciation come back to us. So if you're wanting to just feel more of that in your life, if you want to get a jump start on that in your life, this is a great place to do it. And if you want to know how to do it, then our amazing, clever, positive treasurer, Dr. Jamie Phillips, is here to tell you how.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Thank you for that talk. That was
you're welcome.
Wonderful.
Thank you.
If you would like to know how to donate to the Life Enrichment Center, I'm going to give you a couple ways. You can do it on Facebook, facebook.com/Life Enrichment Center. There's a donate button on that page. You can go to our website where you'll see the podcast and the video later this week, and that is lecflint.com. There's a donate button on that page. You can go to PayPal. We have an email address for PayPal. It's lec2512@gmail.com. Or you can send in a check and to our P.O. Box, Life Enrichment Center, P.O. Box 321294, Flint, Michigan 48532. And here in the sanctuary, we're going to be taking an offertory while we listen to the beautiful voice of Marcia Allen singing In This Very Room, and that'll be followed by a most incredible gratitude prayer by Reverend Stephanie. Thank you.